everybody. Welcome back. We hope you've had a great week and we're so glad to see you again. So if you're ready, Miss Marty has a great story for you today. So come on in.
This little light of mine.
Hi everybody, welcome back. We have a great story today. But remember, we have to do a few things before we can get started. The first thing, we've already lit our Christ candle, but now I'm going to light the little Christ candle that you all have in your boxes. Remember, we want this to be a sacred place. The next thing we're going to do is have Miss Becky come and change our calendar. Hi, Miss Becky.
Hi, Miss Marty. Okay, so here we are, the circle of the church year calendar. We are in the 4th week of Easter, moving it to the 5th week of Easter. Getting closer to Pentecost. Ouch! Hot, so hot, so hot.
Okay, if you're ready, we're ready to start. My story is right here, way up on the top of the focal shelf. So I'm going to bring it down here, put it right here for us. This story has a lot of pieces. Okay, are we ready? All right, this is a synagogue. And Jesus was from Nazareth. This synagogue was in Nazareth. So Jesus, when he left the desert and went through the river Jordan, he came to the synagogue. And he liked to go there because he liked to read. So while he was in the reading room, he took out one of the scrolls, because they didn't have books back then. And he read from this scroll something that was written by Isaiah. And he read, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to preach good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim release to the captives and the recovery of the sight to the blind, to let the oppressed go free, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor." So as he read that, he was talking to the people in the temple or in the synagogue, and he said, well, today the scripture has been fulfilled. It has all come true. Well, the people in this synagogue were not happy about that. In fact, they were angry. They said, "What? You're not the Messiah? You're just Mary and Joseph's son. You're a carpenter." They were so upset with him that they took him out of the synagogue. They took him to a cliff and they were going to throw him off the cliff. But Jesus wandered back. He went through the crowd and he went into the hills. So he was safe. A couple of months after that, Jesus met up with the 12. Remember, we talked about them, the 12 disciples. And they did some work together. And then Jesus turned and he said, "We are going to Jerusalem for the last time." So Jesus and the 12 went to Jerusalem. They got there on a Sunday. And they were in the temple talking to people on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. And on Thursday, the temple guards couldn't find him. Remember, Judas betrayed him. So on Thursday night, all the 12 and Jesus walked through narrow, dark streets, and they came to a house, and they went upstairs to the upper room of this house. And while they were up there, they shared their last meal together. It was the Last Supper. And then, once they were full, Jesus did something that surprised them. He took some bread, he gave thanks to God, and he told them, "Whenever you do this, remember I'll be there with you." And they thought, "What are you talking about? You're here right now." They didn't understand. And then he took the wine. And he did the same thing. He said, whenever you share wine and you're together, I'll be there with you. Well, they didn't understand what he meant, but they never forgot what he said. But they would later on. They would remember. So watch what I'm going to do now. I'm going to take this upper room and I'm going to put it with the synagogue. Take away this wall. I'm just going to do a little rearranging. Look what I've done. I've taken these two pieces of this story and I've put them together. Does it remind you of anything? I wonder what this could be. Kind of looks like a cross. It also looks like the church. You know, in the synagogue part of the church, we have the readings and we have the pulpit. And then we have the Christian part of the church in the back where we celebrate communion. So I wonder what you all think about that. So now, it's time for you to go get your craft bags or your boxes, and we have some things in there to help you remember this story. Once you do that and have a snack, always remember to thank Jesus for everything you have and say Amen. Bye everybody. See you next week.
Let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light